Hi there, welcome to this episode of the Carlisle Club. Today I've got a very special guest. Her name is Gina. She's a student. She's busy with all kinds of lucrative things in her life. Gina, welcome. Hello.
Thank you. Hello.
Would you like to tell everybody who you are, and if there's anything else you would like to share with this introduction, go for it. The floor is yours.
Cool. Well, my name is Gina. I like to make up words. My favorite word is Jangly because my cat's name is Bojangles and he's really jangly.
So what does being jangly mean?
He's quite strange, but I mean all cats have got their own personalities. So sometimes he just does like these weird movements, or he pulls these like facial expressions. And I like to like copy him, or sometimes he reacts like weirdly to normal things, and I absolutely love it. And so then I just tell him, "Oh no, Bojangles, you're just being so jangly," and it's great.
So can anything else be jangly?
Yes, I refer to things being jangly quite often. I am normally met with a quite decent response to the word jangly. People are quite intrigued, like, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh no, so it's this word that I made up because of my cat.
So what was your recent jangly thing that you've experienced, except for your cat now?
The most recent jangly experience I have had was actually quite a silly moment that I had with my brother, like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Right? Where I was being jangly. So
you were the jangler.
Yes, I was the jangler in this situation. So I was quite overtired from marathon study sessions, and I had to go fetch some stuff from my dad's place, and my brother was hanging out with his friends over there. And so then my brother asks me, "Do you have to be somewhere?" I look at him and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Do you have to be somewhere?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Do you have to go anywhere? Do you have to be somewhere?" And I was like, "Oh, I literally thought you were asking me if I had a bee, you know, like the insect."
Do you have a bee somewhere? Yes, I have many. I'm a beekeeper now. Yeah. I've been keeping it a secret.
Yes. So that was the last time I was jangly. And the worst is how convinced I was that he was asking me if I had a pet bee or whatever. It was quite entertaining.
Are you going to try and make the word jangly a thing? Or are you going to just keep it in your own realm?
You know, so far, only like one other person I know uses it. My best friend Nix.
I almost thought you were going to say your cat. Okay, so your best friend.
Yeah, like sometimes she also uses it and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, but Jangles is being jangly," or "Oh no, Jeans, you're being jangly."
Okay, so what are you studying currently?
So currently I am busy majoring in psychology.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan is to pursue neuropsychology and developmental psychology through to a PhD. It's very exciting, a long journey ahead of me, but I am looking forward to it.
So was psychology your choice from the start?
Yeah, no, it was. I was very fortunate that my parents never pressured me to study.
Yeah.
It was always just supposed to be like our choice. They also didn't like try influence what I wanted to study, or we went to go see like the career guidance counselors and whatnot to help give us ideas of what we're good at. But that was like really ineffective. What actually helped me decide what I wanted to study was my first au pairing job that I had.
Okay.
I was working with 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from 5 in the morning until 7 at night.
Your first au pair job?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that for 2 years. It was very tiring. And so one of the kids, so actually my employer, he only had 2 kids. And then his domestic worker's son, she looked after 2 of his kids. And so then my employer was putting those 2 kids through school. And the oldest one is a boy, and he had quite severe behavioral issues.
Okay.
And so the more time I spent with him and the more I got integrated into the whole like family system, I began to notice that, this is not normal acting out behavior. This is like traumatized behavior. He's not okay. Other than the fact that I was constantly being called into the principal's office and having meetings with the teachers and stuff like that, he was quite a difficult child. But
how old was he?
He was 9 at the time. Yeah. So eventually I started to figure out, okay, what avenues can we take that will be affordable, that will benefit him into, just helping him adjust his behavior and deal with his inner conflict and anger. So he could not see a child psychologist, because in order to see a child psychologist, you need to have both parents sign off on it, and his parents were just like out of the picture. So he could see a play therapist, and I convinced my employer, like, listen, can I please just take him to a play therapist once a week? If his behavior does not change within like the next month, then we will try a different avenue. And my employer eventually was like, okay, cool, gave me the go-ahead to do that.
And how did that spark you actually trying to go into psychology from, being an au pair, seeing this child with a situation? How did you resonate with that to a point there where you actually thought, I actually want to do this for a living?
Well, I realized that I have quite a natural inclination into figuring out how to guide someone through their emotions, and also how I need to approach them, and also like just different strategies to implement to help ease the sense of discomfort that they're feeling, without giving advice, without judgment, and without trying to play like the rescuer.
Yeah.
Because those 3 things are very ineffective.
From like an objective point of view.
Yeah. So they then also, because I had to figure most of like the stuff out by myself, because unfortunately the play therapist that he went to, she was not qualified enough to deal with his severity of his behavioral issues. So I had to I was like lending books like from my friends who had already studied, just so I could like understand the different childhood disorders and like what can happen during your like major developmental phases that can cause such a severe reaction in someone so young, because it's abnormal for a child to react the way he did.
Do you feel you want to specialize in child psychology if you major?
I do want to work with children, but I also want to work with adults.
Okay.
So I would like to work with children, adults, family therapy, basically do that whole thing, which is also like why I want to go into developmental psychology as well. I love children. I absolutely adore playing with them, working with them, hanging out with them. I get along with them like really well, and most of the time they really like me. So I really enjoy being around them.
But you don't want to limit yourself to children at the end either. So you want to be able to get all kinds of different people with different situations, explore all avenues in order for you to, do more research on your own thesis perhaps.
Yeah, like one of the things that I bear in mind the whole time is, because I am so young, I'm only 23, there's still a lot that's going to happen in my life before I get to the point where I become a certified clinical psychologist, that I really just have to keep my mind open to possibilities of change, and also to the possibility of maybe not becoming a psychologist. That's my current dream right now and the current goal that I'm working towards. But things do change, so I just try to keep an open mind towards it.
And you have this interesting project that you're working on in the meantime as well.
Yes.
Student bingo.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Cool. So actually this idea started as an art project.
Okay.
Now I love doing art projects with my friends. It's so much fun. I don't always get the opportunity to do it as often as I'd like to. But at the end of last year, I just got the idea where I was like, you know what? There are so many like random ass weird student experiences that happen. Like during lectures, at parties, while you're studying, And I'd like to think of all of the ones that I could possibly have, and all the ones I've already had, and just like write it down and like cross them off as I go along. And then I pitched the idea to my bestie Nix, and then we were like, yeah, let's fucking like create like giant ass bingo cards and just like chill in my apartment, paint, drink some wine, just like hang out, and then we'll use it as like a motivator throughout the semester, just to like keep us inspired to be students and enjoy the experience, because it does get very overwhelming studying.
Yeah, and you guys need to take your mind off of studying every now and then as well.
Yeah, and then we told some of our other student friends about it, and they were like, oh my god, that is such a good idea. And then we looked at each other and we were like, well, maybe let's just like start something. Let's like see who else is interested in this. We can like totally make a game of this and like fucking sell it for like extra bucks. Because both her and I are busy planning to continue our post-grad overseas.
Okay.
My goal is Italy, hers is Germany.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh nice.
Yeah, so we need like a lot of cash to get to that side. Yeah, and it's difficult to save up that amount of money. You know, obviously we're going to sell all of our shit and whatnot, but one has to anticipate to be unemployed for
a while.
Yeah, it's like finding work is not easy.
And I need to pay for everything in euros as well.
Yes. And fun fact about Italy, a bedroom in an apartment costs like so much money.
It's almost like 600 euros a week, I think.
Well, I worked it out to be, it's like the cheapest one I found so far, that's like in a safe neighborhood and whatnot, was like 5,600, something like that per month. Yeah, it does include like water, electricity, and Wi-Fi. Thank goodness. But I mean, still, it's
expensive.
It's expensive.
Yeah, that's basically what people pay in rand.
yeah. No, it's crazy.
So now you basically took your extramural art project and you want to actually make it into a funding for you guys to continue with your studies.
Yeah.
And I just like the fact that it's still study orientated. It's something students can all relate to as well. So how does the premise of this game work?
So it works like normal bingo. I have no idea how to play bingo, but Nix does. So
we don't know how to play bingo, but we're going to do this.
That's kind of how I start most things.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, dive in the deep end, learn as you go.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, so Nix was the one who had to explain to me multiple times how to play bingo, because for some reason it was just not like click. But anyways, so what we did is we created a bunch of like different bingo cards with like numbers on it. And and then we've got like a separate sheet, and we wrote numbers 1 to 75 down on it, and then like with an experience next to each number. So on the card, we actually just use like a random bingo number generator thing on our phones. Then we just click, shuffle number or whatever the fuck it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there instructions in the bingo that you can download this random number generator thing as well?
Good point. I am going to add that because that is actually necessary. Did not think of that, but thank you.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Yes.
Alright, so choose a random number.
Yeah. No, we actually, because that's how her and I have been playing it together. But for other people, we have actually made like a pouch with little numbers like 1 to 75 cut out. So you just need to pull a random number from there. Okay, there we go. Back on track.
Alright, back to bingo.
Yeah. And then if you have had that student experience, you can like cross it off. If you've not had that student experience, but you have the number, then you kind of just have to like leave it open. That's like where the confusion
just leave it
comes
there
in.
where no one has to think about it.
Maybe next time you'll have it.
Maybe we'll save this one for later.
Yeah.
Okay, then how does one win the game? Or beat the game? Or is it a drinking game?
Well, we encourage that you do drink while you play because part of the student experience is
We encourage
drinking
it.
excessively. Well, we encourage safe, excessive drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a safe level.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So if you have gotten one...
Safe, excessive drinking. We encourage safe, excessive drinking. I love that.
It kind of works. Not all the time.
So
but
if you
sometimes.
drink excessively, just do it safely. Put like helmets on in case you pass out
Oh my god, I actually have a story about needing a helmet while being
while
drunk.
drinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In March, in February, I had managed to drink excessively and
But not safely.
and not safely because I hit my head so hard on the bathroom sink that I knocked myself out cold, and I was so severely concussed that Nix had to rush me to the hospital.
With a helmet.
That's why I need a helmet. That's why I need the helmet
Do you
now.
have a designated drinking helmet now?
Not yet, but I really need to invest in one.
I think
because
that might be
it's a
something
problem.
really cool about that you
Yeah.
guys can actually sell with the student bingo is drinking helmets. You know, there's one thing that this game is really prone on, and that's safety. Okay, so when you drink excessively, put on a drinking helmet and enjoy the game.
That is a brilliant idea, and I'm gonna pitch that to Nick.
Yeah, you have to at least. So you know, everybody can start modifying their drinking helmets.
Yes. Or you can just like make a mark on it every time you've hit your head while wearing it.
Oh, like the prisoners do.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a system. Oh, wow, this is a level 45 drinking bingo player. Like this guy has been drinking it for playing this game for a long time.
This person has hit their head too many times.
But safely.
Safe, excessive.
Or if you're
drinking.
really shy, you can actually just put the visor down, If you're
Yes.
actually like a very introverted people. I don't know if this game involves bluffing as well, but if you like the poker players,
Yes.
you can just put your visor
Yes.
on.
Or if you just want to have a quick nap.
In between games.
Just like
No.
close your eyes.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
So you guys aim to sell this in order to fund your projects with
Yeah.
regards to studying abroad.
Yes.
That is very cool because I don't think a lot of people think outside of the box, pun intended, with regards to their studies because people are so used to limitations. Oh, I can't go do that. I can't go do that. But what are you actively doing to actually get there? And I think that is very good initiative that you guys take with regards to that.
Thank you.
Are you guys both studying psychology?
Yes, we are actually. Yeah, that's how we met.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys became roomies through studying together as well.
Yeah, well, we both live alone, but we met on campus through other friends, and we're study buddies, we're besties, we're attached by the hip. It's quite something. We're a package deal.
How much from your studies do you actually incorporate in your own life?
Nothing.
How so?
Well,
that is not the answer I was expecting, to be honest.
because everything we're doing right now is very theoretical. But I also, I'm very fortunate to see a psychologist, so I don't feel the need to self-psychologist myself. What?
Yes.
I feel like I could have said that so much better, but I don't know
What
how.
is the term for it? Psych yourself? Psych yourself up?
Yeah, so I don't psych myself up. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that term though, to be honest.
It's terrible.
Okay, so
But I also I don't think it's appropriate to psychoanalyze my friends or to apply what I'm learning to to the people in my life, because I think it crosses a boundary, at least for me, because no one asked me to understand like, okay, no, so this happened to them at this age, so developmentally this impacted them in this way, and then this caused them to develop this kind of behavior and pattern of behaviors, and this is like why they act this way, and this is the self-coping mechanisms, and
but surely you realized a couple of things from your own personal experiences with what you're learning right now. Don't you think there are instances where you think like, wow, I kind of do that, and this is why I do that, or not really?
No, that definitely does happen. But the work that we are studying at this point is not really advanced enough to have any kind of like profound realizations. I enjoy reading psychology books for fun that aren't my textbooks, and those books have been more of an influence in my own like self-reflection process than my actual work. I think one of the things about studying is to really, at least for myself, is the way I stay motivated is to get obsessed and like stay obsessed. So a lot of the things that I do in my spare time is psychology related in order to keep that motivation and inspiration going. Because
for it not to die out.
Yeah, because also like our work level right now is it's genuinely not challenging. It's not difficult. It's a lot of work, and it's difficult to get through all the content. But the content itself is not difficult to understand.
The volume precedes the actual work.
Yeah. So I like to read things or like listen to things that will show me, okay, you know what, this is the foundation phase, and I'm going to get to a higher point that will be more challenging, and I enjoy engaging with more challenging content to just see, that's the goal, that's where I want to be.
So you keep your bigger picture at mind when you don't study as well, just to keep that spark alive.
Yeah.
I'm not really into psychology per se, but do you sometimes read stories and watch movies, and you go a little bit deeper with regards to the characters?
I definitely do that.
One of my favorite stories, it's a Studio Ghibli story as well, A House Moving Castle.
I love House Moving Castle. My god.
For instance, that's one of my favorite movies because I like each and every single character and the story behind every single character, why they are like that, and that's why I watch movies, because I relate to the characters to a point where they come from, and that movie specifically, for instance, Sophie, no one really, the spell isn't even broken, but you can actually see when she's happiest what happens. And do you watch movies like that at that point as well, where you actually relate to the characters and try to portray psychologically what's happening with them?
Then I really do find the time to, well, actually, where I find it's more appropriate to go into the deeper side of it, the more psychoanalytic side of it, and really just like see, okay, this is what's happening because of this and this and this, and that's a lot of fun for me.
I also like that because Jordan Peterson brought it into perspective for me, because he teaches psychology as well, and how he dissects stories like Peter Pan, Captain Hook, the only adult in this children's world, and his only his only enemy is time. That ticking time clock. People don't really think about it as children, but rewatching these things broadens the perspective. I've
definitely found that children's movies are the most relevant ones to adults' lives, I guess. Like, there's so much metaphorical basis in it and so many lessons that can be learned, and the kind of growth that the characters experience, like, through their troubled times, and the things that they learn about themselves and about their friends and family, or about people they thought they could trust. It's quite beautiful, really. Where I found in like a lot of adult movies and stuff, not that I've actually watched many adult movies. I love children's movies so much. But I haven't really found many adult movies to have the same kind of impact.
But different experiences in your life and different ages can switch your whole entire perspective on a character. for instance, if you
Yeah.
watch The Little Mermaid, you see it's a very cool story about this chick who falls in love with the guy, and it's a very beautiful story. But if you dissect that story and think to yourself, she literally had to change herself to fit into someone else's world.
Yeah.
Now that character changes. You're like, whoa, that's a whole new perspective on something as innocent from there as well. Or if you watch Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah.
all of those characters have got mental disorders or some
Yeah.
sort of disorder.
Yeah.
And how do you base from where you started as an au pair in your studies to where you want to go with what you are learning to become a psychologist, with taking yourself out of that person's shoes and analyze something? How is that actually impacting your life?
Well, one thing that I have got a great ability to not take responsibility like for other people's emotions or their circumstances or for where they are in their lives. I just like to provide a safe space where I just listen without judgment, listen with acceptance, and without giving advice. That actually for me is a really big thing. I don't believe in just giving advice if someone asks for advice. Sorry, going on a completely different tangent right now.
No, it's okay, go for it.
Yeah, but one thing that I enjoy sticking to is you have not lived that person's life. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know how they eat their cereal.
Yeah.
Do they put their milk first or do they put their cereal first?
Oh.
Do they eat peanut butter with their Wheat Bix?
What?
Yes, like you don't know like that kind of stuff about a person. You don't know what's most appropriate for them. Only like you can decide what is the best decision for you to make with your current capabilities. You may think that you know in a certain situation what's best for a person to do, but I think it's inappropriate to just give advice. If someone is like, oh, hey, I'm going through a really hard time right now, what's the kind of like coping mechanisms that you use, or what do you do to like do that, then it's okay. They're actually reaching out and asking for a different perspective, and that is then the appropriate time to provide one. But I'm just speaking from like my own standpoint. Everyone has got their own like perspective and ideas on how to go about this.
And that's why I think journaling is so important, because if you journal, you basically get advice from yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you read things you wrote about, even if it's just a week ago, a month ago, or a year ago, that you know where you were at that point of life, you know what you were thinking, you know why you wrote it. And you know the time that's passed in the meantime, you can either see there's been progress or there hasn't been progress. And I think one of the best advice I've received from anyone is journaling, because who knows you better than you do? Exactly those things that you say, you don't know what the life they've lived, but journaling, you know the life you've lived and where you want to go and why you're journaling, if you're just writing it down.
Yeah, journaling is one of the most effective forms of like self-reflection and like just also remembering like what's happened. A lot of psychologists will recommend it in sessions and whatnot, because it truly is so beneficial. Like I started journaling from quite a young age, completely like unintentionally. My mom gave me like a day planner. It was a really cool day planner. It was so pretty. Like it was like this specialized kind of like thing, and she ordered it from some place, and it was
you can really plan your day in detail.
Yes. But she said just write down the top things that you remembered about today every single day, and then at the end of the year you can go through it and you can see, oh damn, on the 5th of June I had a really great burger.
Nice.
Like random stuff like that. And then that was how like I got into journaling, was just like writing what happened in the day, like what was the bad, what was the good, and then it just sort of became like thoughts that I just started writing out in a different book, not anymore in a day planner, because day planners only have so much space. Especially when you also use them for day planning.
So much in a day.
Yeah.
But also I hate Day planners with dates in it, because
Yeah.
if I don't write something down in that day, it kind of feels like, oh, I wasted that day. But if you have a book and you just
Yeah.
write every now and then in it, I don't know, I hate open pages in a book.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But don't you think art is also such a powerful tool? Because I see art also as journaling in a sense, because
Definitely.
what you paint, why you paint it, or the medium you use, everything
Yeah.
in that is also kind of like a form of journaling, because you're expressing yourself just in a different type of medium.
Yeah.
And I think art is also something that people don't really appreciate
Yeah.
to that extent.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people just see it, oh, that guy just painted a picture.
Yeah.
But that's that feelings that you're talking about, that someone's actually just expressing in that picture,
Yeah.
and the way they write and whatever. But I'm just saying, art is for me also a form of journaling, and that's why I
Yeah.
love it so much.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I was taking art classes, and I had the most amazing art teacher ever. She was fantastic. And she once, I was finishing this painting really quickly, and she was like, no, Gina, just slow down. You're going to be...
Calm down.
Yeah, she was like, next week you're going to be in a different mood. So why don't you continue with like this piece when you're in a different mood? Because whatever emotion you have is going to come through it. And then you're not just like painting everything with one mindset, one emotion. Then you add so much more like depth and character to it.
Oh, she actually wanted you to continue with it on different times,
Yeah.
that one piece.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it was like one of the best artistic advice, instruction that I have ever received. Like, because I grew up with art. My mom's a phenomenal artist. She actually designed one of my tattoos for me. But she's so impressive. And she always like exposed us to the art industry. We were always going to galleries and meeting different artists. And that was when I really like started to understand the depth and the beauty of like just a sculpture, just a painting. You know, you may think, oh no, this is just a bunch of lines, but there's so much more to it than that. And it's really amazing, like when artists put the meaning of the artwork, like with the name, or even if it's just the name of the artwork, because like the name can give you so much like direction into what the artist was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like the first tattoo I got is from an artwork by a South African artist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was my first tattoo as well. And the artwork was titled Memory Swatter. But for like a solid 4 years, I was convinced it was called Memories. And so my interpretation of the artwork had to do with memories and how they evolve and change. And it was my interpretation of the artwork of memories was just like my own philosophy when it comes to memories and stuff like that. And that just like shows the power of like one drawing. It can really just open your mind so much, but you can also like connect with it like spiritually, philosophically, or you can even just like find it funny and entertaining.
Or just it's a nice picture. You
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
did your perspective of the artwork change when you found out the full name?
No, it did not. It actually like really fell in line with it.
And it just solidified what you were already thinking.
Yeah.
So the art that you say you do art on in your spare time. So tell me more about that. So you just whenever you got a little space to do art, you paint, or what do you do when you create basically?
I really enjoy painting. I enjoy sketching with charcoal sticks, not scars. English. I enjoy sketching with charcoal sticks, not charcoal pencils, because the pencils are too like precise.
Okay.
I enjoy like really harsh lines and making a mess and making things like super dark. I really enjoy oil paint. I like making things out of clay. Like actually one of my recent art projects was painting female torsos on my curtains.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just your plain curtains that's hanging there.
Yeah, I had black curtains and I was like, I want to paint female torsos on it. And so I painted female torsos on it. I still have like some gaps I need to fill, so it's not entirely done, but it's close to done, and it looks really cool.
And you're just doing the art for yourself
Yeah.
as basically just like a therapy session.
It's more like because I'm a very creative person, and it's important for me to, emotionally, and everything, just paint and draw and just express myself in that way. So I use it both therapeutically, but also as a hobby. Because I found that, like, as an adult, it's really hard to have hobbies.
Yes.
Like,
where do people get time to hobby?
Right? So I found also, if I don't create art, then I will literally, like, sit and, like, doodle while I'm listening to my lectures. And then I don't pay attention to my lectures. I just, like, sit and, like, scratch around and whatnot. And then I have to listen to the whole thing again. And I'm like, oh, why did I do that? So...
Just because you don't know when you're gonna have time to art as well, so that then you've got priorities as well too, that comes with your hobbies.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when you express, why would you personally feel you need to express? What would you say is your motivation for that need to express the whole time?
That is a very good question. It's just this drive that I have to create. There isn't always like a reason or like a motivation behind it. It's just like this like urge, like when you get like hungry, it's like I guess like a biological desire to put something down on paper or on my curtains or
but if you think about it, I mean, most people, that everybody says they want to, and that's why I resonate with what you're telling me, because it's so cool to hear that you want to go abroad. What are you going to do about it? You want to create. What are you going to do about it? When you're going to find time, we'll make time. And I think the average person, and I don't want to put the world in one, little bundle, but I think the average person always say they want to achieve these things, and then they come home and they watch Netflix.
Yeah.
They don't actively try to do these things, and that's why I say it's so beautiful to hear that you're actively trying to do these things, because I don't think most people have that drive to do it, and it's very cool to hear that you've got this natural urge, this natural drive, because a lot of people need someone like an accountability buddy. Hey, we need to go to gym today, or let's go create.
Yeah, well, one thing I love saying is I always get what I want. Not because it's handed to me, but because I work really hard to get it.
Yes.
Like, if I want something, I will obsess about it, and I will work and realign my life in a way so that I achieve it, and I achieve it when I want to achieve it. Obviously, sometimes there are obstacles, but, like, I handle it as it comes, and I do it.
But that is a very good word that one of my friends, Anthony, also lives by, and that's obsess. Obsess about your dreams, obsess about your goals, because if you're not obsessive about it, when are you? Because everybody's very quick to say, oh, one day, but one day is going to be, it used to be, when before you know it, you're in your 80s and you wish you've done these things. So I think obsessive, I mean, I think there is lines with regards to obsess.
Definitely. It has to be healthy.
Safety first.
Yes.
That's the topic of this podcast, is safety. So
safety
when
first.
you drink excessively, safety. When you're obsessed, do it safely. So you've got your studies going on for you. You've got art, and I see you also do a bit of modeling for photography.
I do.
La 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 la.
I do. Ooh, a schmodel.
So what made you want to go try that out?
To be honest, people have just like asked me to do shoots for them.
Okay.
I am not like the best model. My face sometimes does things in photos.
Your face just does things.
Yes. And it's very entertaining. Okay. Like, Evan has sent me like some pictures of me like pulling the strangest faces ever, and I'm like, oh dear, what am I doing? But it's actually been quite an interesting journey, because being in front of a camera like that is, you're very exposed. It's just you're the subject matter.
Yes.
So learning how to like relax your face and how to emote.
Because you have turned tables, you have become the art now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have become your own charcoal painting, basically.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Like Ev and I recently did a really, really cool photo shoot where I wanted to climb into the pond, and he was like, okay, cool. And so he let me just like climb into the pond because I wanted to climb inside a pond and have my picture taken there. And just like that like random thing was just so much fun. It was really cold.
There's a lot of fish in that pond as well.
And they all touched me.
Yes.
And it was disgusting.
It's weird.
It was very weird.
It's like they want to be close to any form of activity in that pond.
It was strange. I'm still not sure. I don't think I was allowed to climb in there, but
it happened. But,
yeah.
But it's very nerve-wracking because I've also been behind the lens a couple of times because I'm never sure what to do. Like,
what do you do?
What do you do? How does one be behind the lens? I don't know how to do it. I know for a lot of people it comes naturally.
Yeah.
But I never know how to feel. Like you say, I feel exposed. Because it's you.
Yeah.
It's me. And whatever I do when that button is pushed, it's there now.
Yeah.
And it's put into the world.
It's intense, and you kind of have to like trust the photographer to make you like look good and really like work with you and like direct you and be like, listen, you're making, because I do this so often in pictures. I give myself a double chin, and it's weird. Like Evan's girlfriend Chelsea, she was taking some pictures of me, and she was like, Gina, just relax your face and move it forward. Because I was pulling a weird double chin, and she was like, that's not going to be a pretty picture. You don't want that.
No, that's the opposite of what you want as well. And now I find it really interesting because I also have the need to create, because I don't really create for me to as an escape. I always found it as something that I want to do to leave behind in the world, even if it can resonate with one person. And I don't know if that's a very good motivation, because I always feel like it's something that you need to create for yourself. But I sometimes create because I feel like, if anyone can have any form of value from this, why not?
Yeah, like I think it's, art, be it music, pottery, making jewelry, or whatever like form of creation that you decide to choose. It's a way of also building connections with people. Like one thing that I love doing is I love drawing birthday cards and Christmas cards, or just randomly like painting a picture for a friend of mine and giving it to them. Because it's such a deep moment between two people where you're like, listen, I want to give this piece of me to you, and I was thinking about you while I created it, and this is the thoughts that I had, and this is like my show of appreciation. Because for me, one of my love languages is time.
Okay.
Quality of time, quality of conversation. Like you're literally giving me a piece of your life that you're not going to get back, and to me that's one of the greatest shows of appreciation for someone.
Yes.
So that's my way of like genuinely showing someone that I care about them, and that they have got like a important place within my life. I create something for them, and I'm like, listen, here's a part of me, here's a part of my time, here is like my emotions that I want to give to you as a gift, because I love you, I respect you.
It is a valuable thing as well, because time is something you cannot get back.
Yeah.
So it is something valuable, and that is a very precious gift to give someone. I totally agree with you. And I love collaborations as well with regards to art, music, or anything like that. Because collaborating with someone's I can't do what you are doing, and you can't do what I'm doing. Let's create something together. And I love seeing artists collaborate. I've loved seeing artists collaborate in different mediums. I mean, even a music video. I mean, the director, the guy that shoots the video, the band themselves. It's for me. A lot of people just see it as a band music video.
Yeah.
But I see it as a collaborative project between so many people that's involved creating one thing, and that's that time as well that everybody worked so hard to achieve.
Yeah.
So a collaboration is also for me something that I really like to see in all kinds of different art forms.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like there's some beautiful things. You know what? It's actually it's like good coffee and good wine. Some of the best things are blends.
Yes.
You take two things that are amazing and you put them together, and then it's just like, mind blowing.
Yes.
And it's like that with artists as well. When artists collaborate, they create something so unique and so different that they could not have done by themselves. And the joint effort is just like such like an explosion of creativity and inspiration and fun. And
amongst all of your capricious activities, you swim as well.
Yes, yes, I do. That literally just started in November last year. My dad told me, he was like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to swim the mid-mile next year. And I was like, oh cool, let me join you. And he looked at me and he was like, okay. He did not believe me for 1 second.
What?
Yeah, he thought I was like just saying that. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. And I started swimming twice a week. And then I swam a seeding event for the mid-mile at the end of November. And I swam this after 3 hours of sleep. And a hangover, and
Nice.
I swam 1 kilometer in 27 minutes.
Wow.
Which was I beat my gym time, which was great.
Awesome.
And then I just carried on practicing, and then unfortunately the mile got moved from February to March, and literally 2 days before the mile was supposed to take place, they cancelled the event, but we could swim it virtually. And so that's what I did. And I swam it virtually. I managed to find a dam. So what you do is you register the location that you're swimming in, be it the gym, or if you found like a patch of open water. Some people actually went to the Midmar Dam to do it.
Okay.
But I did not feel safe doing it, partly because I was still very concussed.
Okay. From the helmet event.
Yes. So I was still concussed, and my doctor told me, you shouldn't actually be doing this, but I can't stop you. And I was like, I've put in so much training, I'm gonna do this.
Yes.
And the Midmar, you've swam it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the dam is like, the water can get pretty rough apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't want to like do that without the safety of lifeguards.
It's like a miniature ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially because I am an unexperienced open water swimmer, I didn't want to drown. But luckily my dad has a friend who stays by a dam, and so I just used her dam, and with the concussion, I swam 1.6 kilometers in like 35 minutes or something like that.
That's very good.
So that was really amazing.
So you swim at the gym as well, just for health purposes? Or?
I have actually not been swimming anymore. I've kind of like put that on pause. I still actually go to the gym every day, but the swimming part has been put on pause now while it's like cold.
I like it though because I've got the swimming pool to myself. Not a lot of people swim now when it's cold, and they actually push up the heat a little bit. But I mainly swim because of it is exercise. But I don't know if you've felt this before, but swimming, I block out everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is because you count your strokes, you count your breathing and everything like that. It's for me such a cool activity because nothing else matters for that brief moment when you swim, and that's the only reason why. And I think you can do it with a lot of things. I mean, I think that's why a lot of people jog as well. But I don't know. It's something about being submerged underwater and blocking out sound as well. Yeah, that just got this really calming effect to it.
I really relate to that, like, because so many of the things that I'm doing in my life is future based. Sometimes I live in the future too much because every day I'm doing things to benefit my future and like the person I want to be one day, that I don't always take into consideration just being in the moment. So there are certain times during the day or like on weekends or whatever where I'm like, okay, right now the future is on hold. I'm going to be in this moment. And I found that swimming was the best way to engage with that. For that hour, as soon as I stood into the water and I started swimming, that was it. For that 1 hour, nothing else mattered. University didn't matter. The fact that I forgot to feed my cat did not matter. I've never forgotten to feed my cat, but just for example.
I just want to put it out there. It's an example, everyone. We don't neglect our animals on this show.
Yeah. Or like the pile of dishes that I have to do, or laundry, or, oh, damn, today is vacuuming day, or, so all of that just stopped. And as soon as I went into the water, it was just me, and it felt like I was in a giant womb. Just like swimming around, just
it's almost like being
peace.
Consoled,
Yeah, just being held by the water. And no, swimming is such an amazing activity, and I definitely am going to take it up again.
I think were you talking about your future goals in the future? I've actually narrowed down my swimming to my day-to-day life. I've actually incorporated swimming into my daily activity in the sense of, when I first started swimming, I swam 300 meters and it almost took me an hour because I was just so unfit. But I didn't stop there. The next day I swam 350 meters, same time, but I thought to myself, listen, I'm 50 meters where I were yesterday or the week before. If I keep trying at it, I will become close. I'll come close to that goal to be able to swim.
Yeah.
My goal was to actually compete and see if I can compete to it in a sport. With that, I tried every single day. I want to be able to, I don't know, write better or paint better or do something better in my daily activity, just to better myself. Even though today I suck at it, but if I keep trying, that's a good measure where I were yesterday. And there's the same with journaling,
Yeah.
You've got that thing where I used to be here, even if it's just 50 meters, or even if it's just 500 grams that you lost the weight on the scale. Take that magnifying glass a little bit closer and just start incorporating it in your daily activity, The philosophy behind it was for me beyond swimming, and that was my little push, my motivation I needed to actually try and better my life.
Yeah, I really relate to what you say, because I also swimming like really helped me stay motivated, because sometimes you can feel really stuck, like things aren't moving forward much or you can't see that much progress. But if you like just take a step back and realize, oh damn, I've come really far from when I started. And swimming was something that really reiterated that for me. Like when I began swimming, it took me half an hour, like 32 minutes, 30 minutes to swim like a kilometer. And then by the end of the Midmar Mile season, I was doing 1.6 kilometers in 35 minutes in an open water. And if I can do that after like only a few months of training, just like imagine what I could do if I just remained dedicated to all of the other goals that take so much time and like steps and just like basic, like I'm also busy learning Italian now.
Oh, wow.
And oh damn, there is 21 tenses.
What?
It's so intense, and everything is gendered.
Intense.
No pun intended.
I intended that one.
Yes.
So because you're gonna actually have to try and communicate to people while you're in Italy.
Yeah. And that's also like it's very difficult to learn a language that is so different from like English and Afrikaans, because I am bilingual. My Afrikaans is basic fluency.
Basic fluency.
Basic fluency, yes.
Okay.
It's fine. I actually speak Afrikaans at work every day. I can explain fractions in Afrikaans.
Oh wow.
I
don't even know if I can explain fractions in Afrikaans.
But yeah, so like Italian is very different from those languages. And I also like every day I have to remind myself, like, listen, when you started with this goal, you could only like basically greet, like how are you, hey, that kind of thing. But now look at you, you're learning conjunctions, numbers, times, sentences, plurals, definitive articles. Like it's and even though it's still so small in the broader scheme of being fluent in a language, it's something. It's progress, and it's like hard work and time that goes into that. And it's just really nice to keep track of, like, oh damn, so over here I was doing this, and now look, there might not be like a significant improvement, or like what's that thing called?
Progress?
Growth.
Growth.
Yes, but there's still a little bit, and that little bit counts, because tomorrow it's going to be a little bit more. Next month it's going to be a little bit more, and then eventually you build up on your skills, and you build up on like your achievements.
You also get to know your capabilities. For instance, let's take swimming for an example. Let's say when I get a tattoo, I can't swim for 2 weeks. Right? So then I think to myself, okay, cool. But when I return to the water in that 2 weeks, and I feel horrible, and when I get to 500 meters, I think to myself, no, I can't do this. But then you remember, I used to be able to swim 2K easy.
Yeah.
You know what your capabilities are.
Yeah.
And I think if you stop thinking to yourself, listen, I cannot do this, just think to yourself, I am able to do this because I know I'm able to do this.
Yeah.
So why prevent yourself from achieving that again?
Yeah.
If you know being hungover and being half concussed, you have achieved this before.
Yeah.
Forgetting or not being able to touch a certain subject, and you think to yourself, this is tedious.
Yeah.
I think a person's motivation would be, what?
Yeah.
I know what I'm capable of. Let's just push through. And I think that's a lot of people get to that barrier and they stop.
Yeah.
They think they're over it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's preventing a lot of people to achieve their goals, because they don't see that progress where they want to see it, but they forget of what they have actually have achieved prior.
Yeah, no, definitely. I actually also think of it in the context of fear. It's actually scary being successful and achieving your goals. It comes with so much discomfort. It's not comfortable learning new things and pushing yourself past your comfort zones in order to achieve things. You really have to break monotony. You sometimes have to create monotony, even like routine, to make sure that you get to everything. And it's difficult and it's scary, like not knowing if you're going to accomplish it or not. And I encourage myself to sit in the discomfort of the fear and sit in the discomfort of the I can't. And I'll literally say to myself, I acknowledge that you feel like you can't do this right now. And that's okay. If you feel like you can't do it right now, sit with those feelings for a bit. But, 1, 2, 3, let's do it. Let's go now. Now we've got this. You felt uncomfortable. You can now push through it. Just keep on going and you will get there. Don't dwell. Don't sit and like sulk in the feeling of
I think as much as social media is such a beautiful thing, it can be also a very horrible thing for people, because now you're measuring yourself with someone else's ruler as well.
Yeah.
Now you think to yourself, oh, look how far that person has become. Look what they have achieved, and look what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah.
And I think it's very hard for anyone to actually think, you know what, my problems are relevant to me. My accomplishments is relevant to me. And social media is actually such a horrible thing sometimes, because now you're already in your mind in such a bad mindset, because you think to yourself, why have I not do this? Why am I not where I am? Now you climb on social media and you think, wow, this person started with me, look where they are right now. And I think people should stop actually putting themselves in other people's shoes, because it's a very big demotivator as well. It's actually it's so toxic as well. You can't compare. It's back to the advice thing. You don't know how they eat their cereal. They
don't eat cereal the same way you do. Maybe they don't like butter on their toast. Maybe they don't even eat toast. Maybe they're gluten intolerant. There are so many things.
Maybe maybe they're worse off at home than you are, You don't know these things.
Yeah. Maybe they eat peanut butter with their wheat picks.
Okay, I'm actually going to try this after this podcast.
Nix told me she does that, and I'm still busy trying to get over it because I actually don't like peanut butter.
I thought I was allergic to nuts for a long time, for a long period of time, where I didn't eat nuts because I had a bad allergic reaction to nuts. And the other day I ate a lunch bar.
Yeah.
I took the plunge.
Oh my gosh, that is what?
I was just so in the mood for a lunch bar.
No.
I actually got a doctor's number that I got ready. I asked her, listen, I'm gonna eat a lunch bar now. Will you be available in the next hour? She said, yes, I guess. And I did it, and I was fine. And now I'm back on peanut butter, where I spent 5 years of my life not eating nuts.
That's such a sad time.
I know.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Well, thank goodness you weren't vegan, because then you would have no milk replacements that you could drink at Seattle or whatever. Oh wait, they do oat milk now. Oh, it's not nuts.
Oats Not Nuts.
It's not nuts.
I feel that's a very cool band name.
It actually is.
Oats Not Nuts. Like a jazz tribute band or something. I don't know.
Yes. Or some indie band where they wear 80s hot pants and have really curly hair and aviators.
Ugh, I see windbreakers in this band as well. Really Lumo windbreakers.
This might be a controversial thing to say, but I see Crocs.
Crocs, windbreakers, and aviators.
Yes.
Oats Not Nuts.
If I was a musician, I would definitely go for that.
So if there are any musicians out there who would like to steal this aesthetic, you're welcome.
Yes, please credit us though.
We would want to be in at least one music video.
Yes.
We'll wear all of that.
Crocs, windbreakers.
And aviators.
Yes.
So, to conclude this podcast, is there anything you want to leave the listeners with?
That is actually a very good question. I would say that the best thing I can tell anyone is, or what I tell myself every day is, everything is actually just gonna be fine. Even if it does not feel like it's fine right now, it's gonna be fine one day. And right now, if you just want to binge watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine for the 12th time, that is fine too.
That's okay.
If you're busy doing study marathons, or if you're busy being Janglys,
yeah, if you're being Janglys.
Yeah, just trust yourself and trust the process, and things work out.
I just want to say thank you very much for taking your time to come do this with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I would just like to say good luck with your ventures, and you guys will be able to buy this very cool student bingo game as well. Is it available for purchase right now?
It is, and it's only 40 Rand.
Only 40 smackers, and you get to solidify your place in the student world.
Yes.
Will I be able to play it if I'm not a student?
Aren't you studying part-time?
But I'm not a student.
Oh. Well, you can definitely play. There will be some things that you will definitely not get, like falling asleep in a lecture hall, or your lecturer telling you an inappropriately personal story.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, it gets wild out there. It's great.
Now I'm actually kind of thankful I'm not a student. But thank you so much. I will post links to the game as well. And yeah, have a wonderful day or evening, whenever time period you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Cheers.